Yo, what is good YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Marvel's next movie, The Fantastic Four. So, The Fantastic Four appears to be in major trouble after reportedly test screening awfully. They are completely changing the ending. Now, we know actors have actively posted on their Instagram story, and courtesy of the UK Daily Mail, we know they did redo actual reshoots for this movie. Now, it's not a disaster, so calm down, lads, because you lads are always saying I never report bad things about Marvel. Well, this could be the video where I do. So, also, the fact is, Thunderbolts movie, aka the new Avengers, a very good movie, but 3 weekends in, it's only just about to break $300 million. It's got to push 500 to come anywhere near breaking even, but it's not going to do that anytime soon. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? What's you? If you are new around, and make sure to subscribe to never miss any Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. Because subscribe to the channel really does help. My analytics tells me that 60% of y'all aren't subscribed. Come on, lads. It really does help. It helps more than you ever know. Also, if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, because I can post a lot of stuff there much quicker. Can also post about leaks, reshoots. I can post everything on a channel we have over there. We have nearly 800 members. It's called Warheads. We've got 760-ish, give or take. So I'd love to see over there. And also you get to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. If you're into gym kind of stuff, the boys getting in shape. Also check us out on Twitter. WashGG. Right, let's get into it. So we've got to talk about Superman. And we've got to talk about the Jurassic World Rebirth. They've not posted the final trailer or the main trailer. After the Superman movie recently posted their main trailer and everyone said it's game over for Marvel. Is it? It looks like James Gunn's made a Marvel DC movie, essentially. Nah, I'm not hating. I'm just being transparent. And of course, the Superman trailer is going to trend. They're running a huge campaign on it. 21 million views in 2 days is very good. So people compare it to the Fantastic Four main trailer, only getting 19 million views, but that was 4 weeks ago. The Superman trailer did this in a few days. Sure, but you all know how social media works. As soon as something comes out, it goes viral, it pops, most people watch it. It's not going to accumulate, another 30 million views like the first teaser trailer did. The first teaser trailer for Superman movie did over 50 million views, which is cool, but it was a glorified trailer. It was over 2 minutes long. So, as you know, being on social media for a while, what you really want to be comparing, right, if you want to use this trailer logic, is the actual comment section. So, the Fantastic Four trailer, 37,327 comments. The Superman movie that's got more views, 37,460. So it's only got a little bit more. Dislike to like ratio on the Fantastic Four trailer, 474,000 to 47,000. And yeah, the Superman movie trailer does have slightly higher like and a better dislike ratio, 479,000 to 16,000. Why am I talking about this? Because I don't really think there's much interest in the Fantastic Four movie, which is why they've got to push Dr. Doom. They've got to put Chris Evans. They've got to have some crazy ending scene. And it does appear that Marvel is scared because the Thunderbolts movie didn't do well. Because even though they are an unknown characters, it still had Sebastian Stan in it. Really, they're well-known actors, just not well-known characters. So I think this movie will do fine. But Marvel has not hit high numbers since Deadpool Wolverine, and that was realistically a glorified nostalgia bait movie. And Spider-Man No Way Home, which again was nostalgia bait. And before that, you've got to go way, way back to like Wakanda Forever, Thor Love and Thunder. Even though that was bad, it still drew an audience. So Marvel's in a lot of trouble. So recently an article has come out and has stated that test screens were quite bad and they're completely reworking the ending. Now, I know what these fake-ass Twitter scoop is going to say. This is fake news. Just go back, look at what people said about the Snow White movie. Look about what people said about Captain America 4. There was not really much negativity about the Thunderbolts. It just didn't do well. So, let's read this article. So, it says this. Marvel Studios is currently in panic mode. Hearing the test screenings didn't go well because audiences didn't vibe with the ending. So now Marvel, they're reshooting some scenes. I'm still hopeful it'd be good, but it's a little worrying. Marvel really needs this to be a home run. It does, because this is Marvel's last big project before Avengers Doomsday next year. Because sure, we have Ironheart coming out. And no, I'm not hating on it because of the reason everyone else is. It's just no one cares for that. It's been finished for literal years. Wonder Man's coming out this year. Marvel's got a lot of projects coming out. But the sad thing is, no one really cares. So, Pedro Pascal did put something on his Instagram story. Also, the Daily Mail did post recently that Julia Gardner, who is an absolute legend that will watch her and knows, she's such a talented actor. She was recently seen in Los Angeles. She was seen on some kind of beach scene. It's basically looks like the Silver Surfer sequence towards the end of the movie has been massively changed. Now, all has to realistically do, they've literally got part of the Fantastic Four set on the set of Avengers Doomsday. And the fact that we know the Thunderbolts post-credit scene was directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, which it could have been a lot about, is they can literally change stuff if they want to. Now, we know the rumored post-credit scene is the original Fantastic Four with the likes of Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, so on and so forth. Apparently, they're going to appear at the end of the movie. And that would save it. That would bring absolute freaking hype. So no one's actually going into detail or context. Now, I don't like to report things out of context, but that's the only context we really have. And it does make a lot of sense. They're not doing reshoots for fun, but it's not always bad why they do reshoots. Now, we still have the secret character that was hidden and taken onto set. Now, personally, I think it's going to be the original Mr. Fantastic. I don't think it's Chris Evans. I don't think it's Dr. Doom. Because the fact that they're already filming Avengers Doomsday means they can use Doom in any post-credit scene or ending scene and shoot in the Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire, which isn't in London, and no one will be none the wiser. So I think Marvel can get their shiz together, but I honestly think Marvel is in trouble in terms of making money. Because yes, it is the biggest movie studio in the world, but it needs to start hitting, and it needs to start hitting very hard. So the most recent plot leak talks about everything, and it's not very long, so we'll go over it. And I think this kind of solidifies why people are saying maybe it's not going to be the best. Is it reads like this. It said the movie opens with a late night talk show celebrating 4 years of the Fantastic Four. It recaps the origins and previous adventures for the Marvel's first family is MIA because they're busy battling Red Ghost and his ape. Silver Surfer shows up on Halloween and things play out. We saw in the trailer, but this came out before the trailer. The team follows Galactus' herald into space, but Sue goes into labor during this journey, and it is revealed her and her son, Franklin, has a rare genetic anomaly that gives him omnipotent godlike powers of a molecule manipulation. Yeah, so everyone knows, essentially, Galactus once said Franklin Richards, allegedly. The Fantastic Four confronts Galactus, and he offers to spare the universe in exchange for Franklin. So he wishes to use the boy to revive dead universes. Back on Earth, the team's adoring public turns on them because they won't sacrifice their child in exchange to save billions of life and storm the Baxter building, going so far as to attack Kirby, the Fantastic Four, go into hiding, and Natasha Sharon, likely Sharon, who is in the comic, becomes the female Thing. Helps them seek refuge in subterranean. I don't think that's part is true, but let's just spitball. Mole Man has become an ally as the team since clashing with them years earlier, and Sharon convinces him to send his modulates to rescue people whilst Fantastic Four battle Galactus on the surface. With the Silver Surfer's help, the team battles the World Eater, saves the day, beats Galactus. Mole Man and Sharon become an item. Public adores the team again. Years later, the same talk show celebrates 5 years of the hero. However, they miss it again because of saving the world. Now, if this leak is accurate, this sounds like a really fun movie. It also appears that the heroes are still on Earth when the Avengers Doomsday begins. However, Galactus searching for a dead reality and Franklin godlike powers, it's not hard to see how important the team will be when that takes place. So now this is where people get confused. So there's lots of hyperbole, lots of theories out there. So we know the Thunderbolts post-credit scene will take place 15 months after the Thunderbolts finale. So a lot of people seem to think the post-credit scene in Thunderbolts is this opening sequence of Avengers Doomsday. And there's a theory out there from Colton, who I believe works at Screen Rant, some kind of editor for Screen Rant, I believe. Could be wrong, so if I'm wrong. Essentially, he's saying that it's actually Doctor Doom on that ship, and it's not going to be the Fantastic Four appearing in the MCU. Now, no one knows if this is true. So there's lots of ideas and theories and plot leaks. So one is Galactus destroys the planet, and they have to peace somewhere else. That's why some people think it's ruined the ending. And as we've read this one, Galactus doesn't defeat them. They defeat Galactus. But we know either way, Galactus isn't really defeated long term. He's just gone away for now. Personally, Galactus should be a saga level villain, not really a villain of the week. So I personally think they kind of fluffed the bag on that. Now, if that is how the movie does end, it does sound a bit mid. But we know reshoots definitely took place. We know this definitely happened. So lots of people will most likely report this, and they will most likely get the same comments that people are hating and there's no context. We know they are doing reshoots. Like I say, reshoots are not always bad, but I think Marvel are in trouble. They need to basically hype the shiz into Avengers Doomsday with the Fantastic Four right at the end by having something drastic happen to one of the Fantastic Four members, or revealing the first look of Doctor Doom, or just revealing something to do with Doctor Doom. Because if there's no correlation between Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four, Doom is a Fantastic Four villain. He's not okay, he is an Avengers villain as well, I guess you could say, but predominantly he's a Fantastic Four villain. So there's got to be something between them. But I still think it could be a good movie. I don't think it's going to swing as high as $700 to $800 million because there's a lot of competition and there realistically isn't any hype for this. So Funko Pops did post reveals for the first look for the Fantastic Four, and the Galactus image that was going around is 100% true, pretty much. So there's not much to say that. The Galactus in the thumbnail is basically accurate to what it's going to be. So Marvel really needs to put out a fake rumor or put out some kind of rumor that states RDJ is going to appear in this movie, because they need a freaking hype reel. Because let's be honest, there's more hype for Superman. I put up a reel the other day, and yes, Superman has got a lot of hype, but like I say, social media interactions don't really carry over to people spending money. Something trending on Twitter, it's just Twitter. Like, I don't believe there's any correlation between a trailer doing great and movie hitting, because Inside Out 2 last year was the biggest movie. That trailer didn't really get a massive reaction, but it blew Deadpool and Wolverine. Inside Out 2 blew Deadpool and Wolverine out of the water. It blew everything away, and there really wasn't much hype about it. So trailer views don't correlate as much as one would assume. But I still think this movie could be very good. It really could. There's lots of Marvel news going around the community at the moment. Yes, I get it. People are like, oh my God, now the scoopers are saying Spider-Man is actually going to be in Doomsday. What the frickin' hell? Why would you think he wouldn't be? He is literally in every Avengers movie. He is the most popular character Marvel has. Yeah, I know Sony Pictures owns the movie rights, but really, you honestly thought they weren't going to put Spider-Man in. And it's not confirmed because he's not locked in. It's a financial thing. Really, I mean, like I say, it doesn't really matter how big someone's following is. You really thought Spider-Man wasn't going to appear in Doomsday. Get the hell out of it. So they're in trouble for Fantastic Four, but all they got to do is change the ending, and it really could bang hard, because everyone wants to see Doctor Doom at the end of it. It really could bang hard, or put, the Reed Council of Reeds in there, which they might already do. Like I say, test screeners don't always include secrets. They hide stuff sometimes, but the feedback wasn't all impressive about the ending. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.